Okay, hey guys, I had to move over here. I'm going to try to let you guys know in the comments of the other one. Um, Sorry about that. Hopefully you guys will find me. Let me try to find you in this new chat. This is so confusing. I'm so sorry. There was something wrong with the other chat room and I could not get it to go live. So I just made a new one. I see some people have found me. Callie and Louisa and Jacob and Baking is a Blessing and Tom Tom. Thank you so much for being here. Hasnan has moved over. Husnain, Liam, Birkin. Okay, great. Everyone's here. Laurent. I'm going to close out of the other one. Hopefully everyone will figure it out. And Lane and Aaron, there's so many people here. I'm glad I got this to work. Hi, Kimar. Oh, thank you, Callie. I appreciate it. Mega Focus here. Ryan, Bralio, Jonathan. If I'm butchering some of your guys' names, I really apologize. I'm so sorry. I'm trying my best. Eric, oh my God, so many people. Another Brian, I think, is here. William, thank you so much for being here. I know it felt like a really long time since we've chatted, but I guess we chatted last week. Hi, Deja. But it just sucks right now because there's like not a lot of shows on or shows that I'm covering, so I don't see you guys as often. Hi, George. So it's funny because I was tweeting live for those of you on the East Coast. Several of you were tweeting with me last night as we watched the finale, and the people who were tweeting with me like hated the finale. I personally did not like the finale. So I kind of felt like a lot of people didn't like the finale. But when I was talking to some of you guys on Twitter today and also earlier in the other chat room, a lot of people loved it. So that's totally fine if you have a different opinion than I do. But I just wanted to talk about everything that happened. Hi, Andrea and Ashley. So the only parts, I liked two parts of the finale. One, I liked the ending. I thought was okay because I wasn't expecting that. But the problem is, I don't know where they're going with that. I don't know where they're going. I mean, I like the fact that the Red Devil is back, but I don't know who the Red Devil is or if that was, you know, if you remember the first season's finale never really matched up with season 2. So they may not be going anywhere with this Red Devil thing. I mean, they should be, but I feel like when we started season 2, we didn't wrap up we didn't start off where we had left off from season 1. So that could just be kind of like, you know, a little game they're playing with us. So I don't know. A lot of people have asked me if I think that they're going to have a season 3, and I have no idea. And I think I told you guys last week, just keep following them on social media because that's the way we'll find out probably is usually they'll make an announcement like, hey, we've been renewed, or hey, we haven't been renewed, or whatever. But several people were commenting on some of my older videos, and then I know I see Firkin saying this right now, that you think the Red Devil could be Grace. I think that's really cool. Some people last night were thinking the Red Devil could be Chad. I really was hoping to see Grace in last night's episode. I was hoping Chad was still alive. So I kind of feel like Chad is actually dead. But the other part that I found really funny was Denise talking about Quantico, which is funny because Quantico is a show that I used to cover, but I ended up not liking it after they made one of their big reveals. It's probably been a year now, so I haven't kept up with it. But I just love when she talks about Quantico. It cracks me up. Of course, we all knew she was coming back. I kind of wish we didn't know that. Like, we had totally thought she was dead the whole time, and they hadn't made any hints about it or shown us her body or anything, because at least that would have been a surprise, because I feel like we didn't get surprised or nothing huge happened in the finale. And since it was a finale, I feel like something big should have happened, so I kind of feel let down about that. But I know you guys have left me a lot of comments here, so I'm going to read those now. Louisa says, you think that they're not going to explain that last scene, but maybe in a future season, if they do, then Red Devil will come back. Yeah, I could totally see them not explaining it because they really didn't explain the finale for season 1 once they went into season 2. So I could see them doing that. Callie says it's kind of funny that Mrs. Bean died by being burned by frying oil, and Hoffel died because of rancid swamp. Is that symbolic? I thought that was, you know, funny. I feel like the people who died in this episode, we pretty much predicted. I felt all along like the main famous guest stars were going to be the ones who died, but we didn't lose Dr. Brock. I think some spoilers have been leaked showing Brock and Hester on the beach, so some people had actually tweeted me that, so I kind of knew he was probably going to live. Ryan says, you hate how they killed Denise. It was just a lame excuse to kill off a main character, but they brought her back. Right. So And I don't even know if they're going to keep Chad dead. So I could, I've said this and I still think if there's a season 3, he could really not be dead. And perhaps he was the RD. I don't know. So Ashley says Chanel did say that Chad was the Red Devil in the hospital. Did she mean that he was one of the Red Devils from last season? I wasn't sure. So I think we discussed this before, but Louisa is saying that she hopes they do a TV theme. We see that Chanel did get the job as the host of the Doctor Show, and I saw Chanel, 3, working for her, which is cool. So, I mean, I actually think that the TV theme would be good for next season if we have one. I think they could do a lot with that. I think that would be funny. I personally did not like the hospital theme, as you guys know. Oh, you're saying he was the Red Devil at the end of season 1. Okay. Did she say that he killed people last year? I must have missed that. And I know a lot of people like Furkan were hoping that they would go with what they had talked about originally, which was the summer camp theme. So I think that would be, I think that would be a good way to go, a younger setting. Kimar thought it was really fun that Nurse Hoffel kept blaming Chanel for her sister's death, but Hester was the one who turned on the fryer. Yes, and I don't think that was ever cleared up. Hi, niece. Thank you for being here. Leahy, thank you so much. Okay, he did it as a joke. Yeah, I was like, somehow didn't catch that. So, yeah, he just wanted to scare the Chanels. Okay, I remember that. For some reason, I thought you were saying he actually was killing people, and I was like, how did I miss that? I don't know. But I just feel like for a finale, honestly, I feel like the episodes that we had, the last couple of episodes we've had before the finale were pretty good. I actually thought they were okay. And I think even if this was just a regular episode that wasn't a finale, I don't feel like it was as strong as the last couple of episodes we've had. So I don't know. And the fact that it is a finale, you have to, think about that. And I just feel like it was a very weak finale with nothing really happening, and the people who died were just, predictable, and no one really cared about the people who died. But I don't know. Louisa says this finale had no pizzazz, which you hated, but it was a very funny episode. It did have a lot of comedy. I feel like it wasn't as funny as some of the past episodes, but I don't know. As far as the new Chanels, I know a lot of you have been asking me about that. Jacob loved Chanel number 8 because she had a personality and actually had some screen time, and you're happy she survived. I cannot connect with the new Chanels. A lot of the Chanels died, the new ones, but maybe they're going to bring her back for season 3. I don't know. I just couldn't connect with them. I just didn't feel like any kind of thing. Like if they had killed her, I would have been like, okay, that's just me personally. William says that some options that you're thinking of for season 3 would be Blood Island and Hollywood Loving the Sea, which is Chanel's show, which I think is funny. I do think that's funny. And yeah, Hester played a pretty big role in this episode, as Jack is saying. And she really didn't have a huge role. Like, I feel like she had a much bigger role in season 1 and not as big of a role in season 2. But she did have a pretty big role in the finale, as always. She's always up to something shady, and that was the case. It was kind of funny that she took over the Dean's identity, which obviously she looks nothing like her, even in the costume and the fake wig and all that. But she stole all of her money. So yeah, that's kind of funny. Stefan says, did anyone hate that the Chanels were not really like themselves in season 2? I mean, I feel like they were kind of like themselves, but I just feel like the whole setup for season 2 wasn't good. So I definitely did not think that they would kill them this season, so I wasn't surprised by that. Kenneth is asking, what do I think of Cassidy's mother, who became nice finally? Well, I thought that was a sweet moment that Zayday was able to convince her to kind of have a change of heart, but then she died. So no, I don't think anybody cared that she died, but yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting her to change or, change how she was feeling and everything. So Lane says, if they do come back for season 3, how do I think they could tie all the characters together after they went separate ways? Well, they definitely found a way to do that with season 2. So they'll come up with a storyline that everybody needed to come together for whatever reason. It could be that the dean decided to buy like a camp and she recruited everyone to come work for her. Of course, they'll still bring on new famous people who will probably be, there just for one season. So, I mean, they totally made up some crazy stories to get everyone together for season 2. So they'll definitely be able to do that again for season 3. Firkin liked the fact that Cassidy was killed. I felt like it was going to happen, to be honest. but I didn't really care. I probably liked Boone actually better than Cassidy, but I didn't feel like, you know, Taylor would be coming back for season 3. I don't think that Dr. Brock will be back for season 3 either, unless it's just like a little cameo or something. And Andrea says that maybe Grace comes back in season 3 and gets revenge for her father. You know, I really hope so. I really hope they can bring her back. I really, really do. Sammy liked how Cassidy died. It was kind of a cool way. I mean, he was trying to save his girlfriend, so I thought that was cool. I agree with you. Jacob says you can't believe Chanel 5 is smart and is helping Zayday run the hospital. That's really funny. It's like she never gets any credit, but maybe she's getting a little bit of credit now because she's got like a big job. So I think that's really funny. I know that I talked a lot, and if I missed some of your guys' comments, just comment them again because I don't want to overlook anyone. I'm caught up now, so please comment again if I missed you. Kimar thinks there will be a season 3 and they will kill off John Stamos. Stefan thinks that they chose the wrong people for the villains. I think that the celebrity guests were kind of, man, I feel like they were kind of boring. I personally didn't really like Kirstie Alley. I'm not really a fan of hers in general. I do like John Stamos. He was okay. He was kind of funny. And I felt like Taylor was kind of boring in this role, to be completely honest. Sammy, I do watch Scream, the show. I love it, and I will be doing season 3. I covered all of season 2, so stick around for that when that comes back around, which is probably going to be a while, but yes, I loved it so much. Kelly is like 2 episodes behind, but you're still watching because you don't care about this season. Well, the thing about it is you really didn't miss much. I mean, the people who died were predictable. They kept promoting it as a killer season finale, but I didn't really feel like that was accurate because they were killing people that we knew weren't going to live, and there was no surprises, I mean, at all. Liam says a good way to bring them together again is the Kappa reunion. Well, I do like the fact that the Red Devil had like a sorority pin for the Kappas in Chanel's car. So that is, you know, if they decide to go with that theme and actually do something with the cliffhanger. But I don't know, because this show's a little bit weird and they may not even be trying to connect that to a season 3 season opener. So I don't know, but I think if we could get back to the sorority theme and have that like more of importance. I know it was mentioned and it was sort of important in this season, but if we could get back on a college campus or do something really focused around the sorority, I think that would make it better. Kim, if you haven't seen the finale, I'm sorry. We've definitely been giving out spoilers, so if you need to leave, I totally understand, but I didn't personally like the finale, but a lot of people did like it, so you'll have to be the judge of that yourself. Nee says that you would be sad if it gets canceled. The show deserves a 3rd season. I'm kind of like whatever with a 3rd season. I really, really, really loved season 1, and I just felt like this season was, you know, not that great, and I feel like Ryan and Brad didn't really put a lot into it. That's how it felt to me. So I don't know. Like, if they don't have another season, I'm not going to cry. I'm just being totally honest. If they do have a season 3, I will definitely watch it and probably be doing these videos. Unless I absolutely start hating it, then I don't know. Louisa thinks they should do a season about teachers, like younger Chanel-like characters or Hollywood. Yeah, that would be cool. I mean, they really haven't done anything set in Hollywood, and that should be pretty easy for them. So we did have the bomb that was set by Hoffel, and Birkin actually wanted the hospital to blow up. And that didn't happen because Denise is so smart with her Quantico skills. You know what? I feel like they never really explained the swamp and was it curing people. I felt like that would have like a big part or big role in this episode, but it really didn't. I don't know. Callie says a testament for a fake death would be a good way to gather the cast. Kenneth says that asking me if Scream, American Horror Story, and Scream Queens, which one is your favorite? Personally, for me, Scream. Because I feel like American Horror Story sometimes has really great seasons and sometimes has really lame seasons. There's not a lot of in between for me, but I am really looking forward to the mashup of Coven and Murder House. So of course I'm going to still keep watching American Horror Story. But I really like Scream. Like, I've never really been disappointed or let down by that show. Even though I think it really only has 1 more season. OG says last season's finale was better. Absolutely. Kelly's ready for How to Get Away with Murder to come back, which is going to be the 19th of January. So hope to see you guys for that. Lincoln is here. Thank you for being here, Lincoln. Esther just watches it as a comedy and you enjoy the funny moments. And I definitely did watch it as a comedy, but still I felt like the finale was just not that good. I mean, even as a comedy, I didn't expect them to kill anyone big. I didn't really expect anything, but I was hoping that something big would happen. So even if it was bringing back Grace or something and she didn't die, I don't know. Louisa's last season was way better because it was unique, but this season was too much like last. Shameless, I've never watched it, Kim. I've tried to a couple times. It wasn't that I didn't like it. I just kind of forgot about it and never came back, but probably should come back to that at some point. But I feel like I've missed a ton of seasons now. And I don't watch Empire, and I know I've missed quite a bit of that, but I know a lot of people like that. Stefan was disappointed in season 2. Firkin didn't like the second season of Scream, but like the season 2 finale more than the killer reveal. And I really liked the second season of Scream. I liked it more than this first season, honestly. Andrea says in the end when the Red Devil showed up, he gave Chanel a wedding ring. Are you talking about in season 1? Let's see. Angus says Chanel 3 got over Cassidy in like 30 seconds. Yeah, which is weird because, well, you know, she's kind of a little strange anyway, so wasn't totally surprised by that. But yeah, she didn't seem to really care. The Red Devil to me was the cliffhanger, but I feel like we had a cliffhanger in season 1, and then they really did not do anything with that when we started off on season 2. OG's wondering if the Red Devil at the end could be Brock. I mean, I think to me, what that thing was in the car was like a sorority pin, which is like old-fashioned stuff. I don't know if they still even do that, but it's like if you are dating someone, okay, let's see. Like maybe if the girl is dating someone, she would give that to her boyfriend to show that like that was her boyfriend or whatever. It was like a pin like you would wear. I think it's like from like the 50s or something. I don't know, because I don't think people wear those pins anymore. That's what I think. That's kind of how I took it anyway. So it's like, I don't know. I'm just a little bit confused on where they're going with that and if they're going to continue with that and make that part of the open for season 3. Stefan's asking a question, which is I have an answer for. Which one is better, Red Devil or Green Meanie? I definitely like the Red Devil better. The reason I think the Red Devil was better is because it happened on a college campus and the Red Devil was actually their mascot. So other people had like that outfit or like something similar. And for the, for the Red Devil to be walking around on campus, people weren't completely freaked out because they thought it was actually their mascot walking around when most of the time it was the killer. Like for the Green Meanie was kind of over the top and ridiculous. And if he was walking around the hospital, everyone would know like, this is not normal. And this, he couldn't go anywhere without people being like, something's not right with this person. Jacob says, are you the only one who thinks season 2 was as good as season 1? I don't know. There may be other people who think that. I don't know. Kimar says this season was trying a little too hard to be like season 1 with the funny lines, the new Chanel's, and the baby, like Ryan was trying too hard. I mean, I personally feel like Ryan didn't try hard enough. Like, I feel like he didn't care about this as much. I mean, he has a lot of stuff going on. And I still think he's amazing because look at all he does and all the shows he does. And he had this big OJ show this year, and they're going to have a second season with a different story. And he had American Horror Story. So I think maybe he just kind of he had too many projects going on. And I personally feel like he didn't, care as much about Scream Queens as he did initially. And maybe that's just because when he did season 1, it was a brand new show and he wanted it to develop a following and be really popular. And now it's like, okay, people loved it and stuff, so we don't have to try as hard. I don't know. Ryan hated how they called it the baby in the belly instead of baby in the bathtub. Well, basically, they're just playing off of exactly what they did last season, which I feel like was kind of lame. Angus would love if Denise was the killer. I'm still hoping she will be, or like even Zayday, just because Denise was sure that Zayday was the killer and everyone thought she was crazy, so that would be funny, I think. Stefan is actually thinking also that Grace might be the new killer. Jack really wanted something shocking to happen in the finale, but all the killers were already revealed, which I feel like was kind of lame too, and I didn't really love the fact that all of the killers got revealed. We found out all of them basically 2 episodes before the finale. So I was hoping, okay, well, they let us know who the killers are, but they could have another person who was a killer or something like, I don't know. I think that would have been cool because we wouldn't have been, like expecting another person. So that would have been cool. So Stefan says that Grace actually went to the Stanford Asylum. Well, I mean, I think the fact, it really would have made sense to me, and maybe this will happen in season 3, but like, you know, she went kind of crazy because of her experience, and it like destroyed her life, and then her dad died because of this. So it would have made so much sense to me for her to show up in the finale and be like, I'm here for revenge. And maybe she hadn't been killing anyone before, but she kills somebody big in the cast, or we think she does, because she wants revenge. Andreas is excited for Pretty Little Liars, which I think is not back till April, right? So I feel like we've been waiting on that forever. But maybe that's okay, because it's going to be the very last episodes we will ever see. So maybe we can wait a little bit longer. Eli's thinking that the Red Devil, or they're trying to make us think that the Red Devil is Chad, which definitely could be. I think everyone's either saying it's Chad or Grace at this point, but maybe it's somebody else. Or maybe that's their way of introducing a new character who we won't know until next season. Euros wishes that Chanel 5 is the season 3 killer, because she's getting way too picked on not to do something. And I think that would be so cool. I wish they would do something a little more gutsy and make either kill off one of their main people. And I know they killed off Chad, but he's not one of the main stars. And they didn't kill off Denise. And either that, or have one of their main people as the killers and not make it like a joke or a fake out, you know. I have never actually watched America's Next Top Model, Angus, but I'm sure it's good. I know it's been on forever. And I think, who's taking over? Who is the host this time? Because it's like Tyra's not the main host anymore. I'll have to remind me, but I saw her on Wendy Williams talking about it. Is it like Rita Ora or something? Maybe that's who it is. Liam says it would make sense for Grace to be a killer. After all, KKT ruined her parents' life. I completely think so. And that was what I was thinking was going to happen. Like in some way, like she didn't have to be in the entire finale, but she could have shown up at the end being like, you know, I'll get revenge. She could have, you know, to me, the fact that they had the Red Devil in the car, okay, but it would have been cooler to me if they had the Red Devil and you could see like curly hair hanging out of the outfit or whatever, which made us, you know, think that it could be Grace, but then they wouldn't really tell us, but they kind of put it out there. Louisa says maybe there's one person like Zadie or the Zayday or the Dean or someone else who's never killed anyone who did some of the killings, and that person could be the Red Devil at the end. And I was kind of thinking that too, and I kind of hope that's where they're going. I hope they're trying to do something and surprise us. So maybe it was like one of the Chanels, or maybe it was Chanel 3 because she was there working on the set with Chanel 1, and maybe, you know, she put on that outfit to scare her. So Nee says this season was 50% recycled stuff from season 1 and 50% making fun of crazy diseases. Yeah, which, you know, some of it was funny with the diseases and some of it was not that funny. And I'm not saying I was offended, because sadly people were offended by some of the diseases. I wasn't offended. I just felt like some of the episodes about a crazy disease were funny and some were just like, that's not that funny. Hi, Jackson. Thank you for being here. Callie thinks that Grace could be a serial killer, kind of like Dexter, which would be cool. I think. I mean, I hope she comes back. I still hope she comes back. Gabe thinks that the Dean should have died. I knew she wasn't, though. I really knew they were just kind of playing us with that. And I kind of am whatever about the Dean. Like, I'm not really a fan of hers either. And it's not that I'm not a fan of Jamie Lee Curtis, but her character just aggravates me, and I guess they have to have her to balance everything out, but it's just like, whatever. But how do I know the name Feather McCarthy? Please tell me. I know that name. I know that's from some other show. You'll have to fill me in. Yeah, we all knew that the Dean was not going to die. So, just to let you guys know, I will have my video tomorrow, go live tomorrow with my extended thoughts on the finale. I still have not figured out exactly what I'm going to do before How to Get Away with Murder continues. I have been busy this week because of Christmas and everything, so I haven't really watched any new shows. I've been watching, well, we're not done yet. You don't have to leave. I've been watching, some people are leaving. I've been watching This Is Us, and I have one more episode left to get caught up on that, but I don't really feel like that's going to be a show for my channel just because it's seriously just a drama, but it's really good if you're looking for some kind of show to watch in the next few weeks. Okay, Stefan, thank you. But Riverdale, definitely, but I don't think it starts until like mid-January. I'm going to watch it, see what I think. I'm definitely going to watch that and try to incorporate that into the shows that I cover. But I'm hoping to do something so that I don't leave you guys for a couple of weeks. Feather was the girlfriend of Kathy's husband. Yes, there you go. That's who she was. Thank you. She actually was in this show. I was like, how do I know her? But yes, I'll see you one more time, probably, definitely before Christmas. So if you, hopefully you guys will watch my video. But yes, if you celebrate Christmas, I wish you a very Merry Christmas, or whatever you celebrate at this time of year. I hope you have a great holiday. And like, thank you so much for making 2016 wonderful for me and so much fun. I met so many of you. I feel like I know a lot of you because you guys come to all the chats and comment on all the videos. And there's probably people here who come to everything and just don't comment. So hello to you and thank you too, because that's totally fine. Not everybody wants to comment and wants to do that kind of, you know, that's totally fine. But I will definitely have my video tomorrow, but I'll have to try to figure out. And again, my Twitter is down below, or it will be down below. I'm going to have to edit this where I just started this new chat. So keep up with me there if you can. That's going to be the best way to figure out what I'm going to do before How to Get Away with Murder, because I don't really want to disappear off of here until that show comes back, because it doesn't come back till the 19th. But I haven't had a chance to watch The Man in the High Castle, so I don't know if that's, I'm going to watch it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it for my channel. Those kind of shows kind of make me nervous just because the whole season's out there, and I know you guys gave me great ideas for how to handle that and how to not get spoiled, but I'm not really sure just because I haven't had time for it. It makes me nervous that like all of the episodes are out there and I have to hurry up and watch all of them to be relevant with that. So, what is the series of unfortunate events? I don't know. I really don't know anything about that, honestly. But yeah, I can maybe just do some lifestyle type videos and stuff like that, you know, where I'm just kind of talking to you guys or whatever. Or we could just do some chats. We may just do some live chats where we're just talking about all the different shows that are coming up and our expectations for that and like just life, whatever. Jackson kind of liked the ending with the Red Devil. Maybe season 3 there will be Kappa. I hope that they have more stuff with the sorority. Absolutely. But definitely, you probably won't have any videos from me this week after tomorrow, just because, you know, it is Christmas Eve, Christmas, everything's going on. A lot of people have stuff going on. But at the same time, I know there's a lot of downtime. I have a lot of downtime, so I'm going to try to watch some shows, finish This Is Us and stuff like that. But I think maybe like next week we could just do a chat. I know Julie has done those before. She's inspired me where she's just chatting and we can just talk, which we're kind of just doing right now. Okay, Gabe, Merry Christmas. Have a great one. But yeah, so we'll try to just do some of that because I don't want to like not see you guys for a few weeks. That's like a few weeks. So yeah, we could definitely do that. So, and I know Jackson wants me to do some vlogs. I know I used to do them and I kind of like, I got out of the habit and like I was trying to do them on my iPhone one day when I was on a vacation, and honestly that I don't know what happened. I thought everything was cool, but when I looked at the video, like I cut off my head. There was just like, it was so crappy. I couldn't put it out there. But anyway, yeah, but I will definitely not leave you guys and we can chat. And again, the way to find out what's going to happen is just Twitter. And it's not like, I don't even care about how many followers I have on there, but like, I don't know how, I can't just get on here and make videos every time to let you know like, hey, I'm going to be covering Riverdale. Bye. So like Twitter is the best way to say, you know, a sentence to you guys to let you know like, hey, we're going to have a live chat, or hey, I'm actually going to cover this show, so I'm going to do this video or whatever. Oh yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching the vlogs. I only did a few, so I actually had fun doing them, but I feel like they're better when like I'm out doing stuff instead of like, you know, like doing something fun. I don't know. But so anyway, it's pretty much time for us to say goodbye. But again, I'll see you tomorrow with my new video, and I will keep you updated through Twitter about any kind of live chats, or, you know, I will not disappear until January 19th, I promise. So I will find a way to keep connected with you on YouTube before How to Get Away with Murder returns. So thank you guys so much again for being here. So many people were here for this and I really appreciate it. And this will be up on my channel in like 5 minutes, so you can go leave me your thoughts again about this finale because we got a little bit off track. So Merry Christmas. My Twitter is Kelly_TV. So hope to see you guys over there, and I'll see you tomorrow with my new video. And thank you again for being here. Bye guys.